play outside the meta. So I don't really think there's like an expected result that you have looking for this right now. But I think I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, like I said, it's pretty hard to gauge like what results you really should be looking for here. I think I think the obvious safe answers is to go 7 or 6 or 7, unironically, but. It just depends. Tier 5 balancing is pretty dear these days, so you can get away with running a lot. And I don't know, sometimes perks just catch you off guard, and it's pretty annoying to play around. And it's happened to a lot of teams this season. But yeah, no, Winterfell on the Doctor, bro, like you said, he does play a little bit more of those M1 killers, and I'm actually really excited to see how much he's been practicing for this because we played Thai League together recently, and yeah, wasn't able to play killer set that he was supposed to originally be, on, and I was actually excited to see him play, but yeah, he didn't actually get to play. But the Doctor is not a killer that I expected him to be on. Actually, I do expect him to be on it, but usually he's not the one playing it. Usually he's on the survivor side. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Ty. I think this is his first time, or maybe second time playing Doctor. For a team that I can remember in my time. Might have been more, definitely is more, but regardless, we are going to take a chase onto Moon here, down here, and this is a cross-ping matchup, so it's OCE to C, and yeah, it's pretty early to start on the side of Winterfell there, Tavi, getting a tag through that window, and some really obscure pathing from Moon here, just losing the mind game, losing the heartbeat onto Winterfell there, and just sort of lost the on the source, and yeah, that's pretty much as close as a two-tap as you can get, Tavi, off the rip.
Yeah, that is one of the fastest downs I think you'll see a Doctor get, especially on this map. I do believe there was a statistic by Laser EUU, Laser underscore EUU, around a year ago where they're saying that there's like constant harassment in terms of like pallets being thrown on this map because there's just a stupid eye filler that spawns every time. You can see there like a fake eye filler did spawn, but it is still a filler on the top mid, which doesn't always spawn on Cold 1. But anyway, yeah, that's a very fast first down. You can see the first generator was Shaq, which got pain resed, and that was only at around 30 to 40% before that happened. So our survivors really are starting to feel a bit of the pressure here, but it seems like Winterfell is actually rotated a little bit far away and now has to return to the hooker with a lot of distance loss, I'd say, over this. So does get another really fast tap through the eye filler palette, and I'm sort of questioning the chases here on the survivor side, but at the same time, again, it's cross ping and perhaps there's a bit of hesitation there, but it should be enough time to get this first generator at Shack get completed. Give me if my tongue is a little bit off, but yeah, it's enough time, I believe, that Shack Gen does pop there, and I still don't really think our survivors are in a great spot here to set the win condition though, Jumps, because I think most of the time you want to see like at least like 2 to 3 generators pop for like a second hook. But yeah, given like that first 2 tap and then the second a little mistake on the eye filler with this fast hook here, we might be seeing much more reserved game here instead on the side of the survivors.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty stagnant first off. I mean, Winterfell's just happy to camp the bow full out here, and I don't even blame him. He's kind of hooked in the middle, Tavi, and he's got 2 on the static blast there. I think we need Vij to call for another bloke to run in here because I don't think he can one-man save against the Doctor Big Fella. You need 2 definitely here, and no, yeah, we do have the Allen coming in now, Lemon as well. So yeah, there we go. We do get the 2-man save, pretty well executed as well, I might add, and. The 2 sloppy tags coming in, Stavros, that'll probably set him back a little bit because they probably won't have a lot of gen pressure. They'll need to reset. But yeah, they probably have a gen somewhat away, like 40, 50, but I think that's all they'd have. Unfortunately, Moon as well isn't really going to be able to last all that long because they had to force the double save. Do we get the pallet? Unluckily, we don't get the pallet, and Lemon's actually going to take a trade. I don't know if that was worth it, Tavi. I think that was pretty clear cut. We weren't going to be able to make that, and yeah, it's starting to fall apart a little bit for Fogbound. Hopefully they're able to recover, but Winterfell's playing very nicely, though, I have to admit.
Yeah, it's just
Is that so, my bro? Well, I think the bro's mic disconnected, but yeah, nah, regardless, still think the bro's playing well. Kicks mid nine there, I believe, and fuck, he has great gen stop as well. So I can see why he chose to camp it out pretty early. There wasn't really a reason to leave, and now he's gonna get Vish down as well, which is gonna force the rotation onto our Sable and like a 4K3 coming out here on the Doctor, which is pretty cool, pretty nutty to see, and we are actually able to get the unhook, and Lemon's gonna have to be able to perform. We sort of run into the killer there, a bit abrupt there from our Alan Ripley, but we're gonna have to choose to play this midfielder tile here. We got the windows on, not that it'll really help in this situation, but yeah, we're gonna get smacked around there on the ping as well. It's pretty de-ask, to make that, but wow, Winterfell was looking really, really good. This might actually just be straight up 4K3. We do get the pick onto Vish there, our ace, but they're both sort of trapped at this one side. One of them's going to have to break away. Luckily for them, they actually get the tag onto the Sable, so hopefully Vish can use that extra bit of distance. He does actually make main off that. It's actually quite a good case scenario there that he wasn't able to take chase on the Vish. What are we doing, son? Why are we going for the pickup so aggressively? And that's going to be too slugged in the mid-map. By golly, son. You need relax, my boy. We don't need to send that, but we've just given Winterfell back the easiest 4K3 of his life, and unluckily for Fogbound, they actually could have recovered there from that little scenario they found themselves in. But yeah, I mean, well played to Winterfell regardless of result. Sable here down deep 6. Just what is the play? I don't even know what the play is. You got to try and get a pick on one of them, but you got to play safe. And I don't know. It's pretty. It's. I don't need to explain how bad it is to have two slugs on top of each other. Winterfell actually choosing to pick, which I don't know if I would agree with. I think you don't really lose anything just by having them slugged here. I think maybe if this is fresh, it's worth it. But I mean, it's not even fresh. We do get the pick actually, so yeah, maybe a little bit of a blunder from Winterfell. I don't really know why we picked it. We probably didn't need to, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because Vish is able to just go. I mean, sorry, Winterfell's able to just put Vish back to the ground, and yeah, we're going to catch our Sable out here, Nesethi, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and wow, 4K3 onto Big Winterfell, and yeah, I mean, not really expected, I don't think. I mean, when I said at the start of the trial, 4K, sorry, when I said at the start of the trial, it's a bit of an unpredictable result. I didn't think, 4K3 was on the cards. I thought maybe 6-7, like I said, maybe the occasional odd 4K, but no, Winterfell breaking the meta, breaking the mold, and that's like pretty much the best result you can get on the side of Void. Are you here, Tavi, by the way?
Oh yeah, I'm back. Thanks to my laptop. I think with the really short amount of time we had to get the introduction done, we didn't really get into the matchup that much.
Maybe I won't say something unrealistic, but maybe something that was definitely hard fought, and maybe you feel like the underdogs in like that goes a long way, and I think that isn't really appreciated enough. How impactful that is in terms of like the late to end game, in terms of the regular season, because it all adds up, Tavi, at the end. It all builds up, but yeah, I don't know. I like this weapon. That's really cool. But 4K 2 is what you're going to need on the side of the survivors, and 4K4 on the side of Ghosty was up here is pretty tough. But yeah, probably what he's going to need here definitely what he's going to need here if he's going to want to get this 1-0 win on Fogbound, or for Fogbound, I should say.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be tough here. Even this first chase, you can see here, Slug's already got a nice window to just chain this into, and this first chase is not ending up as a 2-tap just as of yet. Oh, Slug getting a little bit caught out here. Maybe potentially will get tagged here, but again, still has a good amount of distance even with a rapid brutality hit. I don't think he'll be going down anytime soon. So you can see here the first generator is starting. It is actually a double and a single, and Winterfell's actually stepped off the generator, so we might see a body block hit coming through, which is, I believe, what Sadness were doing quite a lot in OSL Season 1, but it seems like now Oh, okay, I was gonna say maybe the pallet's gonna get dropped, but Slug just unfortunately runs through, and that's the first down coming through. That's still pretty fast. I guess the Winterfell just rotated off the generator.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually quite a long first down, like you said, below, and they have another Gen 40, so we're going to be at that Tycon pretty soon, pretty soon, and yeah, it's tough because you know, yeah, whoa, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if the bro was up, Ghosty was up as on the console, but maybe just got a little bit of short swing there, but. Our man who was the star last game, he's going to take chase here and hopefully perform again. Does actually get the pre-drop onto the pallet and well, Ghosty not able to zone the survivors away from the pallets with the ability that he has with the Doctor, and yeah, Winterfell was just literally playing this tile against like a Doctor, which I didn't know was really possible, So well played to Winterfell there. Obviously knows the Doctor inside and out, and if I'm Ghosty, if you really want a 4K threes, you sort of got to leave. But I think it's pretty unrealistic now, Tyler, with that star. Just possible, I'd say. Impossible, unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I think perhaps just better chase coming through from Slug and then better positioning from survivors should have led to this. And I mean, I guess Winterfell's taking this chase quite nicely. Should make the window, I believe. But no, actually, the ping is going to come and haunt him there. But it still, I believe, has a good amount of distance just to play this full chase out to its max. And does get the vault there, so that's a nice vacuum coming through. And Ghosty's going to step through the window as a response. And Winterfell's actually running all the way around, so I think this shock should just be able to secure this pallet. But Winterfell drops it in time. I don't know if that was a bit of a miscalculation from Ghosty's end, but maybe a bit of a ping favoring Winterfell again coming through. I don't really uh, I don't still really understand how the Doctor Shocks work when it comes to ping differences. But yeah, there can be some weird times where like a survivor vaults a little bit further away because they're on ping and it worked on their screen. Anyway, whatever happened there, Ghosty's gonna leave this, kick top mid. That's the second gen popping in the distance, so that is the Tycon secured, and yeah, Void are not in any kind of precarious situation. So they are most likely going to get this generator done and secure this first set win, which is a pretty good relief. But they've only dropped one stage so far, so regardless of um, whether they go on and win, which is again very likely, yeah, it's still a very good showing here for this start of the Doctor set, because it looks like to me that they're looking at a low stage performance, which is a very solid start here in this matchup.
I mean, yeah, like I don't know if you actually pointed this out, Tyler, but is that double split? Yeah, I think that is a double split there. And Winterfell's just going to go straight edge and does have the parental guidance head on, but that's pretty cool to see. And yeah, we were actually stacking out. Going to get this one. I don't know if the bro's pain res actually. I'm not too sure. Tavi, you might know, but very interesting builds. On the side of Void. Sorry, I forgot that name for a second. On the side of Void, I saw. Was that a better together? A Jane Romero teachable perk? That was insane. I didn't know that Doctor's perks were that down bad, but. Yeah, I mean, someone checked the man's at balancing, because yeah, if they're running that on tier 5 perks, that's crazy. But rapid brutality as well. I didn't even notice that, Harvey. So has rapid brutality even really been getting value? I haven't really seen it. I know the bro ran it last game and it looked like it got a bit of value, but I mean, I guess there was a bit of value there. He's gonna take it down. Probably still gets that down without rapid, but I don't know. Is rapid that good on Doctor Stavros? Is it really that good?
Yeah, I believe so. I think I do recall a couple of EU comms. Like as soon as the first chase happens, they try and identify whether the killer has rapid, or in this case, a doctor, right? Because doctor's probably going to be the most likely killer to run rapid. So most of the time on doctor sets, like if rapid is allowed, on like a very high level EU teams, they will try and calm it out. So I think it is a good pick just based off the EU teams trying to preemptively spot it out. but it is taking away a perk, and I guess with the nerfs that are coming in the upcoming patch, if they do come through, like Rapid will definitely be probably like the most popular choice on Doctor. Like definitely Corrupt. Okay, Corrupt for sure. You're not gonna like leave out Corrupt on any killer, but then Corrupt, then most likely Rapid, and then we'll probably see Sloppy and some other slowdown, which I don't know. But yeah, Rapid is definitely very solid. It can just, I don't know, like that small amount of distance which it buys you, like it matters so much. Like we know this from 1v1s. Like every small little bit of distance can equate to a window being made. It can mean that maybe the Doctor doesn't have to shock, it can just M on you through your pallet, and then instead of shocking, then someone may be able to come in time and so on. So yeah, Rapid is just good enough in a lot of situations. I don't know all of them off by heart, but yeah, definitely that extra like half meter does make a difference here. And Ghosty's just camping this out, does want to play for this 5 stage, which is still an alright performance, but sorry, not sadness. Void's looking for more. Like they know they can get this unhooked. They know that the reset is going to mean that these body blocks will be very effective here, coming through here on the Coal Tower 2. And yeah, they're slowly swarming in, and Ghosty just can only look and cry as the unhook does come in, which would secure 4 stage if our survivors all get out in time. But there's a little bit of a kerfuffle around here, and it is going to be Oblivion going down. So that's very unfortunate, because that was, I believe, the final fresh hook here of this trial. So it's going to be 5 stages anyway for Ghosty. I think they'll be very, very happy about that if this death does occur, which seems like, again, Void's staying in the trial to play to the best result. Then maybe it's not 5 stages. Maybe they go 5 stages for fresh and get out the door here. But again, still very, very well played by Void to take this first set.
Exactly right, bro. Not too sure what's been happening in the background here. We do have a triple reset, I'm assuming, going to come in pretty quickly onto Oblivion. Probably just playing for that best result, like you said. The gate's open, so I've been a little bit zoned out. I apologize for that. So, yeah, this should just be 4 out, I'm assuming, Tavi, once they get the reset and send the pulls in. So, yeah, I believe if this the spectator HUD's, I'm assuming, was that 3-2 Stavy or 3-3. So, yeah, more of a realistic result on the side of our Doctor here. But oh my god, I think he's going to get finessed here. No, we're not going to be able to send it in there. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you'd agree, Tavi. Lower stage is probably more common. Oh, we hit the bro on hook. That is devastating.
It's unfortunate there, but there's not really much you could do with that execute being close. And yeah, that's going to be 5 stages for Ghosty still. I sure hope so, because if you got to put someone on Blight, you got to play for the clips. You got to play for the clips, surely, and that's always going to mean a really, really good what do you call it? Like a really, really good time of showing, I guess. And yeah, we're gonna load in Gas Heaven Blight. I think we've been through this before, quite a few times, Jams. A lot of the times I think ended up just being 4K ones. Again, we've had those couple of outliers. We've had your team synergy. I'm not going to take away from that one. That was the 7th stage. That was beautiful to watch. That I remember the tenacity burrito crawling out of the gate. I will never forget about that one. But then we've also seen some other more astounding results. I believe we saw Ahong nearly get like a 4K5. We saw Gunther get like a 4K3. We saw back-to-back 4K2s between Harden and Lewa. So that was just beautiful. And yeah, I think this map has quite a lot of potential here on the killer, given the amount of dead zones, and it comes down to the game sense, which at the end of the day is kind of, yeah, DBD at its finest. Like the experience, you know, is the teller in this Blight set. But Way's going to take chase first around here. Going to play this on ping, and is actually going to get away with the health state around the main building. So I don't know if he'll make this. It seems like Lemon actually swings through the pallet. Does a beautiful little flick there to secure the first injury, and it's actually, wow, it's come through at around a minute, but you can see that only Slug has managed to sit a generator here, but that's a crouch tech coming through by Waze, preserves the live. Maybe he can make something work here. I don't know if he makes a window, but it seems like he does, and the live speeds away towards this edge map. I don't know, again, if it makes anything here, but it's actually going to loop around back to this pallet, so This chase perhaps not panning out as Lemon does want to find it, and there's going to be the bait coming through, and yeah, suddenly the clump is coming, ticking above this 90-second mark, and could be looking at this first gen done before the first down, which would be incredible for Void here. And yeah, Waze is playing this Z-Wall like a god, bro. Look at this. This is like, it spits V2. Oh, just to say that it goes down, but that's still beautiful. Look how much time there's bought. It's like 15 seconds. That gen from 75 goes to pretty much finish now, and there's no way to stop that. So that is a very, very beautiful chase for Waze. So if you want to glaze him, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, always goes the big dog. Pretty well played. I really admire the coordination and the rotation on behalf of Void there, you know. Pretty aggressive pre-stall from Obi here, I will say, actually. A bit of a caster scope. So he actually is going to make the fill. We didn't decide to use rushes there, Stavvy. Maybe we had him on cooldown. I'm not too sure there. But yeah, no, Oblivion able to make that tile. He is going to give up a tag, unfortunately, which is pretty good. They've actually got the pull onto Waze in the background. I would like to see, you know, maybe a drop of this and maybe a go back to hook. No, maybe not now. You know, it's a bit too late now, but I would have liked to see a bit earlier. He's kind of overgreeded for a tag here, which he didn't really need to. Could have just kicked the gen and left after he got the, or kicked the paladin left, but you know, I don't know if this decision will work out for him. You know, he's swapping tunnel out, so I don't know if that's by design. If it is, well played. Slugging Tavi. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I'll just assume take the free hook and then get the free pop goes a weasel. You know, let the eruption come off cooldown. You can reapply it, and it seems like Lemon is going to not go through what I was thinking and decides to just leave and take a chase onto a fresh survivor. That's going to be, I believe, the unbreakable Oblivion used up as Waze converts the tag back onto Slug. But it seems like no, actually the unbreakable must have been saved because there was someone right there to heal up right away, and that was probably our Deliverance will make it survivor. So now this down comes through, I think Lemon will pick up now. I guess there's just like that reset coming through seems the most logical, and yeah, our survivors completely reset the pressure here. That was a nice, again, little time save from our Adam to get the pickup and the reset, and the second reset onto, you know, because they reset the survival tool. And that's a beautiful juke as well coming through from Les. So from the demo main himself, I think this is a very beautiful chase. It does give away an M1 here, but it's going to allow the second generator of the trial to pop here as it gets pre-dropped, and it's actually going to get broken, so you can make his way all the way back down the shack side of the map. And yeah, now Lemon is kind of like feeling the heat. Even though, again, like it's a blight. There's like, you know, 3 gens left, but like they can suddenly just disappear. Like one decisive strike, one good dead hard, and suddenly those gens are just gone. So it's gonna pick up Slug's trail here, but just as I was saying before, we can see a little sneaky dead hard in Slug's pocket, and Oblivion comes through for a hit. I'm actually surprised by this, but I believe Lemon just switching. Okay, switching targets again, very interesting. And Oblivion's going down, and we're going to go after the cave yet again. But I feel like this chase will be a much shorter compared to the previous ones, because these parts on this side have been used up already, and they are just going to, yeah, I mean, this down does happen. So definitely more interesting turn of events. I didn't expect this from Void to just kamikaze send in Oblivion for a hit tank, but they still have some gen pressure to make up for it. I just feel like with the needed resets that will come through later, perhaps they did lose a bit more time than they wanted here. As Waze does take a bit of chase here. We'll give away the pop on this gen, and that's a huge pop to get. You know, it's one of the most valuable pops you can get on nearly a completed generator. But yeah, again, suddenly I think with like that really second second down from Kate coming through, now I think like Lemon is in the driver's seat of this trial. Like it just, the pressure suddenly shifted towards his favor, and Oblivion does dodge there, so really nice. But if that down happened, I think that could have just been like 4K right then and there, John.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see the bro have a little nice juicer here. He's actually, sorry, Lemon's actually choosing to leave here. It's getting a bit scary now. We do actually see the bro out here caught out Waze, and he's going to get the stunned again onto the bro, and You know, why is he? Oh, he's a bit of a juicy. He's inviting. Look at him. He's inviting the chase. He wants the chase. He absolutely wants it. And you know, we do catch Slug out here at deep 6. It does actually have this little midfielder that doesn't always spawn. So White Good RNG does have the Dead Hard champion available to his Arsenal as well. Pretty good. Nice Dead Hard there from the big doggy. Well done. Well played from Big Slug. And yeah, as I said, he does have 7 filler as well, bro. And we have to leave. We have to leave. Oblivion's going to get caught out, though, unfortunately. And that's going to be a down on the most progressed gen, Stavros.
Yeah, it's happening again. Like I feel Void's just making couple of free tags, making that dream happen for Lemon. As this, I believe this is going to be like the 4th tag in the matter of like for like a minute coming through. It's also just going to be down, so maybe even 5th tag coming through, and Lemon should just be really happy about the situation. I mean, look, 4 gens have popped. There's still 4 survivors in the trial, but like, look at this. It's a blight. They can't reset themselves, I guess, because they don't have a medkit, and the inner strength's on Oblivion, who's down and used Unbreakable. So yeah, I mean, now the survivors kind of split, and there's only 2 survivors standing, 2 survivors on the ground. It's a blight. You know what time it is, slugging time, of course, and yeah, now Slug's gonna get caught out. This is the death hook, so Lemon's probably gonna want to kill Slug instead of slugging them. Pop him in the hook instead. But the seems like the rushes aren't gonna work out. It's gonna force the locker instead and understand the conversion of the kill is more important than trying to, you know, allow the slugfest to continue. So that's gonna be the first kill of the game at 1 generator remaining. And yeah, I think as I was saying before, Lemon was in the driving seat, and Void just gave him some free fuel to, you know, get the trial going more in their favor. 2 VSS come through though, at least, but yeah, again, this is still pretty bad stuff for Void, because they got that down on the active generator. They give away a pop as well if they do try and work it. Yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty bad, and gonna venture a little bit away from this tag though on the medkit survivors. So 7-1 coming through, Oblivion gets picked up. I feel like maybe this is a bit of an overcommitment. Definitely, yeah, leaving is the correct choice here, but can they find the injured survivor here? They do get a tag. That was a beautiful little flick there, but I guess I don't know, this trial is confusing, but kind of like panning out, and you know, turning out a little bit clearer as it goes on. So I don't know what Void's plan here is, Drums. I guess they're just trying to play really aggressive, but they're getting punished quite heavily for it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what can you do? It's kind of just a bit unlucky. Lemon's playing really well. Like, you can't fault Lemon at all. Like, you know, I questioned him at the start for slugging again as well, which is insane. I imagine Void getting a little bit restless now, but we did, you know, question him at the start of the game. The gem pops in his face, so you know, slugging isn't gonna pay off in the end. You know, that's just great gen pressure on the side. We didn't actually reset on the side of Void Tavi, so you know, playing a bit risky and it's paying off for them. And yeah, sort of a pretty tight end game here. This could either end in, you know, a 4K 0 or it could end in a 3 stage. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. I hope, you know, can we get a less cam maybe as he rotates? He does get the pick, so yeah, I think we'll just see like a sorry, not a 3 stage, a 6 stage. So I think we'll see a 6 or 7 stage here, maybe 8. But yeah, from what could have been a 4K Tavi, wow, that's pretty unlucky for the team. Pretty unlucky for both sides, low key actually.
I mean, yeah, I feel like Void, they had like good potential. Like the fact they got a 4K after making a couple of like really obvious mistakes and just giving away a lot of tags. So the fact that they are able to avoid the 4K is like incredible here. And for Lemon, I think it's a little bit like a blindside, you know, like that gen popping in the background. I don't think anyone would have expected that coming unless you had prior knowledge on the gen progress and the HUDs like us on the caster end. But even we didn't expect that to pop like that quickly. So we expected at least to be like interrupted, perhaps, or be close. But boom, it's suddenly done, and it's gonna be a locker again, forced by less. But this is the Delhi Survivor, so does Lemon hook this? Is the question. I guess if this is hooked, then they can go for stages instead, and Oblivion is going to be 99 tech. Wait, hold on, maybe Trauma tech as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too ambitious here, but that's the Deli being hooked, and I think this will at least secure like at least 2 stages out the door. Lemon should be able to like get a kill onto at least 1 survivor, and then the Deli should enable the double split of the D8s to come through. Oblivion's probably just gonna bleed out though, so realistically the slug is effective, but Lemon's just leaving the fresh hook. Very interesting choice here. And instead just gonna rotate back away to this. It gets into the locker just in time. And yeah, that actually be more than what I expected before, because Oblivion's got the gate really close. Jams is this... I can't do the math here. 3 + 1, that's 8 stages, right?
Yeah, it should be 8-3.
That's really good.
Wait, yeah, what did you say? It is actually really good. It's 8-2 or 8-3.
That's really solid. Yeah, that's really good for Void, yeah. Well played.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you say it's really solid for Valve to get outs. Let's just hope it's less than 8 stages, of course. So, yeah, we'll load in. Gas Haven as well, pretty traditional Tavi. That, like I said, that you just gotta need that DS chase main, first chase. Use those pallets inside main, die in a good spot, and I genuinely think that's pretty much all you'll need to kickstart this game off and get those, 7 stages out the door. All those 7 stages, overall.
Yeah, I really can't agree with that more. Like the main building, especially on this map. No matter what killer you're playing, come on, you don't want to be playing. You don't want to be chasing Gas Heaven main building. Everyone knows this. You don't want to chase the main building, though. It's like free life, it's free overcome, free whatever exhaustion you want. And seems like well, it's not going to be the main building for a quarter here. They're gonna take the window instead with the overcome, and they're actually just gonna take an M1 perhaps. But they're the Z-Wall Warrior, okay? So making things happen here. Overcome's gonna allow them to make a bit more edge map, but unfortunately no, it's just gonna be the rush and down on this one side. So I don't think that's the start you're looking for Fogbound. I think we preferred that first chase to go a bit longer. Void's first chase for reminders that lasted a full solid double generator, and now Fogbound, you can see here the difference is, well, they've only got Shack on like 20%, and Slug's just got to make sure that's back at 0. So yeah, pretty much a completely fresh start here for our Survivor set. 1 generator down already, doesn't seem the best, and a very early pull also comes in. So we'll see whether Slug leaves this or just goes to the fresh. He's just gonna leave and tunnel, yes. And I guess, yeah, I guess this is the prime opportunity for Fogbound to strike, because he's kind of committed to Shack. Although the pull was oh no, I know what's I was gonna say the pull is early. They had enough time to potentially stealth away or get a reset, and then he gets a hit through that. Now the saver of the survivor of the tunnel is now getting not tunneled. They're just gonna get tapped here and get downed. So you have 2 downs of 5 gens, a tunnel out, which is pretty clear from our side of the survivors, because now the second hook's gonna come in, and yeah, it seems really rough here. I would just assume from a neutral standpoint it's gonna be 4K with 2 equally balanced teams, and it seems like this tag coming through as well is going to be huge, another detriment for for Fogbound. So it's not looking the best, but they still get the first gen on though, so it's not going to be absolute wraps yet. But Slug is still playing this really well, even with all these advantages, not letting anything slip. Does find our ace here, trying to go for the pull and just zoning them away really nicely. Just force now the tag coming in, but oh, never mind. A little bit of a short swing will mean that Ace Vish can just get away with this pickup, and yeah, suddenly again we have a little bit of an opportunity for Fogbound. It's not that much of a huge opportunity, but it is a trade, and again, this is final shot for, I think I'll call it, to really make a stand and a say here in this trial. And yeah, Slug's gonna just try and say, no, you don't have anything here. I'm just gonna break the pallet and zone you towards the mid map. And it seems like, well, is like some stuff potentially. No, there is absolutely nothing around this. So that's just gonna be a flare. Oh my god, that was.
I was
Holy shit,
pissing on
that's
is what that was. Yeah, that was. I mean, it's kind of shambles at the start of this game for Fogbound, but that was actually kind of techie from the Bow Moon. But yeah, hopefully he's able to make the Shack Pellet, because I don't think he's actually going to be able to make. I don't even know if the Shack Pellet's still in play. I'm not too sure what Slug's doing. Going for a bit of flicky majiki there, and yeah, I mean, saw what you said, Toby. It's a bit early for this. We don't even get the blind as well, so that's going to be the end of Moon Stavros, I believe, if he's the tunnel out, if I'm not mistaken, Tubby.
Yes, that's death. That's death with 4 runs.
So, when you think about meeting that 7 stages, and it's tough, Savi. It's tough. It's almost, I almost want to use the word heartbreaking, bro. Because like, they really could have set themselves up for good potential here to pull that setback, but it just looks like Slug's going to be too powerful for them today on this occasion, big fella.
Yeah, I mean, I think that crucial mistake was that reset on the main building. It's not really much else I can say about the fact that it went just absolutely horribly wrong, where they wanted to get the resets. Now they're playing really aggressive on the generator as well, which is going to be, it's not gonna pay out here, because it's gonna be an M1 for Slug, and Slug's just gonna continue this chase, because why the hell not? I have Eruption on the generator and get a free down, but it seems like Slug misses, so maybe a bit of nerves from Slug, but still in a very good spot coming through. So it's gonna be the down anyway onto Sable, and I don't think they're Deli anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The hook will come through. This will be the 4th hook of the trial, and yeah, it still looks, I don't know, it still seems completely impossible for Fogbound here. So I'd say Void is going to take this one. I know it's a bit of a late prediction, but at least I'm throwing it out now. And I don't know, Slug would have to do something incredibly, like, you'd have to disconnect from the game and then get a few like black cards to lose this set, I would say, realistically. But I guess he could get jiggied as well around this pallet, because that's a nice little greed by Vish. He's gonna get away with this for a couple of extra seconds. Get tagged to the pallet though is an unfortunate vacuum for Vish, and it seems like Slug's just gonna have enough of that and leave. And it seems like this commit is not gonna be too bad. Just find the Ellen here. I don't think they have any resources, so it's gonna result in a tag. And yeah, I guess the trial still continues though. Everyone's been unhooked, although everyone's injured. It's still a fight left in the side of survivors. So see what they can do here. Slug's just rotating away. It doesn't really have too much of an aim. No, just found disabled. Never mind. And gets a stun as well. So it's still good showing. Like I'm just, I would say perhaps a little bit like a little bit disappointed that perhaps like some of these chases didn't come through in the 4v1, because imagine that would have happened, Jumps. Imagine like this is like the second chase of the game. This is the tunnel outs chase. Slug feels the pressure. He needs to get the down, and he can't get it. Look at that. See, now Slug somehow is just missing everything. Just does, I think, get the break, but like if this down isn't coming through, that's a gen popping in the background. And as I was saying before, like imagine if that extra survivor would win the trial, but they are not. They are dead, and that's what Slug is, basing this off. He just needs to get another 3 hooks to 4 hooks, sorry, 4 hooks to secure the victory, or actually at least the icon. And he's gonna miss another rush. Wow. So I guess the 4 hooks is still a little bit far away for Slug, but he's got plenty of time to get it, Chance.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, sorry, I just got something stuck in my throat, but yeah, no, that chase went on for way too bloody long, and I don't know, kind of how we let that happen. Like as you said, bro, if we had that chase at the start, because that's DS right there as well. So that's your first, second chase of the game, bro. Like, you've set yourself up for glory. To get that, that 3 stage, or sorry, that 4 or 5 stage, literally. And yeah, I mean, when you're considering in consideration, oh, we do see the blight pop up last second through that window, committing Vish down at the shack side here, and yeah, this is a good play from Slug here. This just forces a rotation onto Lemon here very early. He has been playing very shaky, and oh man, if we had made that, that would have made definitely the YouTube short. But yeah, no, we're being forced to pull early. Even though he is playing mechanically pretty poorly, he's actually making good decisions. Overall, that's a good showcase of mechanics. They're able to get that quick 2 succession, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see Lemon take a chase here. He doesn't have the tunnel, so he's not going to chase the Sable. Switch it to the DS Unbreakable. So yeah, he's playing it well. He's playing it well. Playing it how I would expect him to play.
I mean, maybe it's a little bit of nerves, maybe it's a bit of like coming back to polite for Slug, but he gets this down as well, so still has the means to get.
I'm sick of the Bros PC. We're gonna start a GoFundMe for the Bros PC. I think what Tyler was gonna say is, he does get that hook there, and that's gonna secure the 5th stage of the game. So he could camp the bar out if he really wanted to. And I believe, well, he can't actually, no, he can't camp the bar. He needs one more stage and then he can camp out. So I'm assuming he'll just full commit the fresh hook Vish here, and then he'll camp out, and that's just gonna be the win. We're actually able to make that on the side of Vish. I'm not too sure why we rushed it. I think we would have made that with an M1, but we are going to go down. Oh, the little crouching twin tech is actually quite more useful than you would imagine. But yeah, nah. I mean, well played to Fogbound. Just pretty tough overall. They're playing for the 4K1 now, which all things considered, with the chases that they had, the individual chases, you'd think that they were able to get outs from this game, but. No, I mean, yeah, it just didn't happen in the right order, and with Moon getting taken out the game so early, it didn't really set him up for a good trial. Even with those 3 pretty ripping chases, but yeah, 4K1. That is nice little dead hard there from Nesethel, I believe that is, and yeah, we just see Lemmy get picked up in the background. Not picked up per se, but he's able to evade the killer and get the pull. And get the pull onto Vish, which is going to extend this 4K1. Maybe even get them out, Starvey, if you're back. So not back, okay. So yeah, we're going to drag mid here as well. Pretty good hook placement if you're Slug. That's death as well. So I think he legit needs one more hook to secure this here. Pretty impressive stuff on the side of Slug. Oh, we do check one edge here, looking for the reset. I don't know if we'll find it. But yeah, I could be wrong. That could just be Slug already winning based off that hook. But I don't think he has. I think he's tied right now, which would be pretty crazy. It's 8 stages 4 fresh right now. Lovely confirmation from the referee. So yeah, that's a win. 1 on fresh hooks. So well played to Slug. This is a pretty closer than I thought he would have expected. Yeah, pretty shaky mechanical gameplay from the bro, I have to admit. But it doesn't really matter when you make the right decision. 8 or 9 times out of 10 on the killer side, and yeah, it's pretty hard to get ran as the blight, I would imagine, Tavi.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's number 3 and counting for tonight. I'm gonna keep that in mind. For mine, of course. But yeah, Blight I think is it's definitely one of the most difficult killers to master. Like if you've got that, well, number 1 you've got the killer which you can hit insane clips on, or you can also fail and not hit insane clips on. Oh, okay, well, I guess as I'm saying that, we get a beautiful crash check from Lemon. Just when I'm talking about clips. But, yeah, like Blight's got very difficult mechanics. To play optimally, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta have the hours. You gotta have the 1v1s. You gotta know everything about the Blight to play Blight optimally. But at the same time, you gotta combine that with the S tier macro that's required, trying to find the stealth, trying to find the resets, trying to anticipate what this